everyone. So a little bit different here. I started recording and found out that there was no sound afterwards, even though it seemed to be working at the time. So here we're going to talk about the Deviant Moon Tarot and do a side-by-side with the original edition and the borderless edition. I have both decks here, which I pulled out and put in organdy bags. I really like organdy. It works well for me, keeping the cards safe, even though the bag may get torn up. But I got the matching organdy bags, or in my giant pile of organdy bags. Anyway, so the Deviant Moon Tarot is one that I absolutely love. I've been using it since it was originally published. I think it's almost 10 years ago now. And I had no idea a borderless edition had appeared along with the art book. I'll do another video on the art book. But I kind of want to do a little bit of a comparison here of this and the borderless. And the borderless is just amazingly beautiful. And just, I'm not a fan of trimming cards, so I would never trim a deck. But I definitely like borderless images. And I'm always really happy when they're there. And this makes me happy. And I honestly don't remember exactly what I was talking about when I recorded this, because I recorded it a couple weeks ago when I received my copy of the borderless edition. I'd gone to Tarot Geeks, and that's obviously the place or not Tarot Geeks, I went to Tarot Meetup. Tarot Meetup is one of the places to be exposed to new decks and then covet them. So on, since you're facing the screen, on my left here is I'm panning, I have no idea, but on the left is the original edition, and I believe on the right is the borderless edition. So I'm opening the borderless edition right now. The books look very much the same. I didn't really see any different in the little white books. It did not come with, the borderless edition did not come with the big poster of the lunatic spread, which is the big spread in there. Oh, no, that's the bordered edition. I'm sorry. So the bordered edition, oh my gosh, I'm such a mess here. So the bordered edition is on the right hand side, and so that should be the borderless on the left. Yeah, and you can see right away that the title cards are different, showing the borders are now missing. One of the things I noticed immediately is that the cards, the colors have changed slightly. And I apologize if the screen is a little dark here, because apparently I also did not have enough lighting. Maybe I should reshoot this. No, we're just gonna go. The backs are a bit different. You can see the backs still have border around them. It's just a black border now, instead of the white border. And the cards are a bit smaller, and this may be to accommodate the art, but you can see they're just a little bit smaller than the bordered edition. But of course, that would also happen if you trim the deck. Now the Tarot Sophony, I would really like to know if anybody finds that $75 a year, what they get for that, and if that has been useful. I'm thinking about it, but it is a bit expensive. So this is, of course, the bordered edition. I had it for a while. You can see I have some bend. That's also the camera lens. It's not that badly, but it is a well-used, well-loved deck. This is definitely one of my go-to decks that I keep out and use continuously. And I didn't order it before this. I didn't order the cards before this video, so I'm probably going to have to find some cards to compare, which I believe that's what I do here. So just kind of seeing side by side, just kind of how different it is. You're brought right into the image. And the black titles are now at the bottom, and that's the only border at all, which is fine. I actually like having titles on the card. I have a bit of a pattern disability, so that actually helps me out when there's something to help me know what card I'm looking at, especially if it doesn't follow a Rider-Waite, like a full Rider-Waite system, or even a full Thoth system. I'm not so good with the Marseilles. I'll let you know that now. But this is me, Here you go. I'm pulling out a couple cards. That's one of my favorite cards. I'm searching through the deck now, looking to put a few in order because I didn't do that prior to this. That would be smart. There's a tower card. Of course, the tower in the art book talks about how it's part of a real place, this asylum or sanitarium that the artist based a lot of this work off of, and that's kind of cool. Seeing it as a real place. I mean, he made it. This is very much a photo collage deck, along with digital art. But what is really cool about this is that it doesn't look like photo collage. Like, I can't look at that and go, I can see that you pasted the photo there. He brought it so seamlessly together. So here we go. Now I have a comparison, and you can see, like, besides the white border there, and there's that little double border, of course, which kind of looks like it is on the side, and then the black in the bottom there, which actually looks a lot better than the white on tan. It's a bit easier to read, easier to see, and the card art is a lot darker in the full and the borderless edition, which I think really lends the card. It just seems like a richer print. And then I think that's the only one I bothered to find. Here I'm pointing out some of the photo collage parts in the deck and how the card works together. I believe that's the Five of Pentacles. So one of the things that they did is that they only have the numbers on the pip cards and no titles. And I believe that's true for the bordered edition as well. I'm probably going to go find out here in a minute. But yeah, just having the numbers there. So they're a little bit difficult to read if you don't know the cards too well. So this is definitely a deck you want to spend time with and just really get to know well. So make sure when you're reading it, you know what you're looking at. Because this is one I wouldn't just rely on RWS meanings. I would definitely want to think about the meanings that the cards present themselves. They're very close to Rider-Waite Smith, but obviously the art brings its own to the table. Here I am shuffling through the cards, probably just checking out the differences. I believe the court cards are at the back. Oh, here we go. So you can see the title is still there on the courts. And so that's the Queen of Wands. Okay. So yeah, I mean, you can see the art is richer colors, darker, different borders. Titles are still on the court cards. But again, the pips, like before, only have the number, but again, same darker art. It's really, really pretty. Even now I'm just staring at the cards going, wow. Now, the deck doesn't really have a lot of symbolism other than moon imagery, both in the faces. Like this one has a dark moon face. There are half moons. You can see the next card kind of underneath there. Full moon faces, and crescent moon faces throughout. And that's something to keep in mind with this, whether it's a waning or waxing crescent when you read with this deck. I find that that's very helpful, especially since the symbols are only towards that side. A lot of the basic Rider-Waite symbolism is gone. It's still there in a lot of respects. This is the card that the main face is based off of, or at least in the book. I showed the card at the beginning of the video that's on the top of the white booklet. So, here I'm putting them all back together. Like I said, this is one of my absolute all-time favorite decks. I would completely recommend it, and I believe they still sell both editions, but I would really recommend the borderless edition. If you like borderless cards, don't mangle your current deck if you haven't already. Buy the borderless edition. It's straight from the square. You don't lose anything else. Like I said, the original came with a giant poster of the lunatic spread. There it is there. Shows the cycle of the moon. But it's there in the booklet, so you can definitely learn how to use it in the current edition. The art book, unfortunately, doesn't really have anything to do with tarot. It's literally just an art book, which is cool. I love art books. I have a collection of those too. It talks about the art of process and everything with each card, which is awesome. So, but the Lilith books are pretty much the same. I've probably already mixed them up. In fact, even just doing this video, I would not be surprised. There might be a copyright just difference on each one. And just looking at that card, I mean, I use those as bookmarks, the title cards. I actually keep those in a separate box, pull them out from the decks, and tend to use them as bookmarks in different books. So I really do hope that you enjoyed this, and thank you very much.